Hi, I'm Stephanie with Club Calisthenics Online, and with me today is Jordan. And today we will be focusing on a stretch 360 for the entire body. So let's get started. We're going to come onto our mats in a nice cross-legged position. So you'll have your favorite leg in front for right now. And I want you to bring your right hand onto the ground, left arm reaches up, pull your shoulder down, and as you exhale, fold over to your right. Good. And you can use your right hand to press into the floor so you're not collapsing along the right ribs. Good. Keep drawing that left shoulder down. And as you exhale, rotate your chest down towards the floor, keeping the left arm overhead. Good. And then as you exhale, bring it up towards the ceiling. Good. And rotate down towards the floor. Good. Inhale up. And one more. Exhale to the floor. Good. And inhale up to the ceiling. Good. And then square your chest off towards the front of the room. Come back up to center. From here, bringing right hand behind you, left hand to right knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine, knit your lower ribs down, and then as you exhale, twist. So making sure the twist is coming from your obliques. It's not from using your hands to crank you into it. So you want to use muscles to get you there. Good. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Left hand stays where it is. Right arm reaches up for good, and pull the shoulder down, and as you exhale, rotate down towards your left knee. And again, if you feel like you're just sinking into your ribs, you can use your left hand to pull on the right knee, and that'll help you out a little bit. Good. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Left hand stays where it is. Come back up to center. From here, right hand reaches for left knee. Now you're going to tuck your chin and round your spine on purpose. Good. So it is okay to round your spine as long as you're doing it on purpose. It's when you get stuck that's where problems start to develop. Good. And we are here for 3, 2, 1. From here, keep the arms crossed. Slowly start to sit back up. Now, if you have really tight shoulders, you can either reach for opposite shoulders, or you can bring the backs of the hands to touch, or palms together. Whichever one works for your shoulders, go with that one. If you do have the hands together or backs of the hands together, elbows stay in line with the shoulders, pull your hands away from your face, draw the shoulders down, and if you still need more of a stretch, lead up to the ceiling with your elbows. But make sure that your lower ribs are drawing down so they're not going with you for the ride. And we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release the arms, and then switch out the legs, bringing your other favorite leg in front. Make sure both sit bones are connected to the floor. Left hand down, right arm up, pull your shoulder down, fold over to your left. Good. And again, make sure that you're pressing through the left hand so you don't collapse along the left side. As you exhale, rotate your chest down towards the floor. Good. Inhale, rotate up to the ceiling. And just stay in your range here. Exhale, rotate down towards the floor. Inhale, up to the ceiling. And one more to the floor. And up to the ceiling. And square your chest off towards the front of the room and come back to center. Right hand reaches for your left knee, left hand behind you. Good. Inhale, lengthen the spine, draw your lower ribs down, and then as you exhale, engage the obliques to find your twist. Making sure that the right sit bone is still connected to the floor because sometimes it likes to hike up. Good. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Right hand stays where it is. Left hand reaches up for that, up towards the ceiling. Yeah. And pull that shoulder down, fold over to your right knee. Perfect. You can use your right hand to pull on that left knee if you need to. Good. Here for 3, 2, 1. Right hand stays where it is. Slowly come up. Bring left hand to right knee. Tuck your chin, round your spine on purpose, and enjoy. Good. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your arms crossed. Slowly start to sit back up. Again, go for whatever variation you need to, whether it's reaching for opposite shoulders, you can bring the backs of the hands together, you can bring the palms together. Elbows stay in line with the shoulder joint, shoulders down, and you can lead up to the ceiling with your elbows if you still need more of a stretch. Good. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release the arms. Now from here, we're going to get into the neck. So if you have any neck pain, we're gonna open up the fascia here so that you don't feel that tension, hopefully over time. So you're gonna bring your hands underneath the left side of your collarbone, and you're going to hook into the fascia here, and you're gonna gently pull down and then bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Good, so you should feel that stretch along the left side of the neck. Good. And you can look up and to the left. Good, and then look down and to the right. So you're finding a gentle twist here. Inhale up. And back down. And one more inhale up and to the left. Good, and down and to the right. And then bring your head back to center and release the grip. Now you're coming right at your sternum. So I want you to tuck the chin, hook in right here, and then you're going to start to look up and back. If you do need more of a stretch in the front of your neck, you can protract your jaw up to the ceiling or just push your jaw up to the ceiling. I know it feels weird, but no one can see you at least. Except for Jordan, you can see Jordan. We're here for 3, 2, 1, slowly come back. 2 more times. Tuck the chin, rehook, start to look up and back, push your jaw up to the ceiling. No one's judging you for 3, 2, 1, slowly come back. 1 more, tuck your chin, rehook, look up and back, push your jaw up to the ceiling. Make sure your shoulders aren't going with your jaw. And we're here for 3, 2, 1, slowly come back to center. Now bring your hands underneath the right side of your collarbone, hook in, and the left to your left shoulder. Good. And now start to look up and to the right, and down and to the left. 2 more, inhale up and to the right, and down and to the left, and 1 more up and to the right, and down and to the left. And then bring your head back to center and release the grip. And from here, just a little bit more nerve flossing. You're going to reach your left hand out to the side, keeping the arm straight, and then bring your right ear to right shoulder. Good. And you're always in charge of how deep of a stretch this is. So if it's too much, you can always bring your hand a little bit higher. If you need more, you can start to reach your hand a little bit lower to the floor. Good. And we're here for 3, 2, 1. Bring your head back to center, then release the arm. Other side, right hand reaches out, left to your left shoulder. You can play with the angle where the arm is to find that deeper stretch. You can even wiggle the fingers if that does anything for you. Good, we're here for 3, 2, and 1. Release the arm, come back up, and roll over your hands and knees, finding a tabletop position. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and it's your choice if toes are tucked or untucked. If you feel like you're not stable in the lower leg, then tuck your toes, or if you have any knee issues. And as you exhale, round your spine, look at your belly button, find cat. And as you inhale, begin to pull the chest forward, finding cow. So make sure you don't arch in the lower back here. Exhale, round the spine, look at your belly button, find that flexion in your lumbars. Inhale, pull the chest forward. And 1 more exhale, round the spine. And inhale, pull the chest forward. And coming back into your neutral tabletop from here, getting into the fingers a little bit more. So you're going to bring the backs of the fingers facing you, palms up, and start to bend the elbows towards you. Good, keep the palms lifted and bend the elbows towards you. I know it probably doesn't feel the best. I promise it'll get better. Good, and breathe and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come up, shake it out. And then bring the backs of the hands onto the floor, fingers face you. Rotate the eyes of the elbows away from you, shoulders down. If you need more, then you can start to sit your hips down towards your heels. If you find that your biceps and forearms are too tight and the arm just can't straighten, then bring your knees closer to you. Good. If you still need more here, then make a fist with your hands. But that's just an option. You don't have to do anything that I say. And we're here for 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. 1 more time, back into the hands. So now fingers face you. You're going to push your first knuckle down into the floor, so the metacarpal, palms are lifted, bend the elbows towards you. Good. So we're stretching out the fingers and the palms here. So what we tend to do as a society is we do a lot of this with our hands, and our hand just kind of forms into a little taco. So now we're opening it up so it's more of a tostada. Tostada hands. Okay, we're here for 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. And one more. Backs of the wrists onto the floor. Fingers face you. Rotate the eyes of the elbows away from you. Set hips to heels. Good. Again, option to make the fist if it makes you happy. Good. And we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And shake it out. And then find your tabletop. Tuck your toes if they aren't already, and send your hips high for downward facing dog. You are welcome to pedal out feet. You can bend one knee and then the other. You can shake your head yes, no, or maybe. Just find what feels good for your body here. There's no right or wrong movement. And get rid of some of the pops and the creaks. Depending on what time of day, if this is the morning for you, then there's going to be a lot of pops and creaks. And then coming back into some stillness. So from here, get into the hips a little bit. So I want you to bring your right leg high, bend your knee, and then you're going to start to make some big hip circles. So I want you to make sure that you're not allowing the head to go everywhere. You're doing your best to keep the upper body stable. Good. We're here for 2. And get one more circle in this direction and then switch. Here for 5. Good. 4. Keep the fingers spread wide. Good. Here for 3. 2. And 1. Now draw that right knee in towards your chest. Shoulders past the wrists. Look forward. Step through. Find a low lunge. Drop to the back knee. Again, toes can be tucked or untucked. Whichever makes you happy, go with that. You're pulling the right hip back, left hip forward, reach forward, up, crescent moon, rolling the shoulders down and back. Keep the left glute active so that stabilizes your lower back. And it's also opening up your left hip flexor. As you inhale, reach up and lengthen the spine. Keep the left glute engaged. As you exhale, let the hips sink slightly forward and down, making sure the hips stay level. 2 more. Inhale, reach up and lengthen. As you exhale, let the hips sink forward and down. Good. And 1 more. Inhale, reach up and lengthen. And as you exhale, let the hips sink forward and down. Good. Now you are welcome to stay here in this position. You can also reach up and back if you feel like you have the mobility to find a back bend. If you have a yoga block, you are welcome to have that onto your right side, or bring right fingertips to the floor and left hand reaches to the right side of the room. Just find a variation that works for you. So yes, in the side bend, you're going to get even deeper into the hip flexors. Perfect. And we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back to center. From here, go into a variation of a twist. So right arm reaches back, left arm reaches forward, pulling the right hip back, left glute still engaged. And good. Find a variation of twisted warrior, bringing right hand down to the floor, left arm reaches up. And you can either look up at the ceiling or you can look down towards your back foot. But make sure that this knee is not collapsing in because it kind of wants to compensate a little bit. So make sure that the knee is still tracking towards your second toe. Go over here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back into that twisted warrior and then come back into your crescent lunge. Now we're going into a low warrior 2. So now left arm reaches back, right arm reaches forward. Check in with your knees and make sure they're still where you want them to be. And then left hand reaches towards the left heel, right arm reaches up to the ceiling. Good. Perfect. And we're here for 3, 2, 1. Come back to that variation of warrior 2 first. Then come up into your crescent lunge. And then plant the hands and step back. Find your downward facing dog once again. On to the other side. So now bend your left knee and find those knee circles. Good. Here for 5, 4. Good. 3. Perfect. Here for 2. And 1. Then go the other way. And remember, with these knee circles, you can make them as big or as small as you need to. Good. And we're here for 4. Good. Here for 3. Last 2. And get 1 more circle. Good. Now draw that left knee in towards your nose, shoulders past the wrists, because you have to use your core. Look forward, step through, low lunge, drop to your back knee. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward, reach for up, crescent moon, roll the shoulders down back. You're still engaging your right glute. That never gets to turn off when you're in this position. Inhale, reach up and lengthen. Exhale, let the hips sink forward and down, keeping the hips level. 2 more, inhale, reach up and lengthen. As you exhale, sink. And 1 more up. And as you exhale, sink. Keep your right glute active, and you are welcome to find that back bend or whatever variation you found on the other side. So either finding the back bend or bringing left hand to the yoga block or to the floor. Right arm reaches over towards the left side of the room. So find what works for you and find what feels good here. Awesome. And we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up into your crescent lunge. And now left arm back, right arm forward. Good. Check in with the knee, make sure it's not collapsing in because it kind of wants to. And find that twist. So left hand down, right arm up. Good. Keep that right glute active. Good. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming into neutral first, and then crescent. Good. Find that variation of warrior 2, right arm back, left arm forward. Checking in with the knees. And from here, bringing right hand towards right heel, left arm up to the ceiling. You can look up at the ceiling or towards your back foot. And we're here for 3, 2, 1. Find that neutral first, and then into crescent. And then plant the hands and step back to downward facing dog. From here, shift forward into plank. As you exhale, I want you to shift even more forward than you think you should. Pull the elbows down towards your hips and lower all the way down to the floor. You can also use your knees for that variation if you need to. Untuck your toes, and as you inhale, press back into Cobra. So go in whatever variation works for you. If you want to go all the way back and it feels like that's where you should go today, then go with it. Good. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale, press back into Cobra. And here for 5, keep breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. And 1 more, inhale, press back into Cobra. Here for 5, shoulders down, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Tuck your toes, draw the lower belly in and up, kneecaps are off the floor, and again, if you need to, use your knees to push up. We're going to press through, find plank, and then back into down dog. As you inhale, bring your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, look forward, step through, low lunge, drop to the back knee. Inhale, reach forward up, crescent moon, keep the left glute engaged. As you exhale, pull your hips back, finding half splits. I like to have my toes tucked under of the back leg, but if that doesn't feel good, you don't have to do it. It's just my option. And you can just move the foot side to side, hitting different parts of the deep hip muscles here. Good. And then bring your foot back to center. Keep the toes flexed towards you. Bring your left hand down. Right arm reaches up for a twist. So we're getting into our T-band here, or alongside it. And if you're not feeling the stretch, drag that right heel closer towards you and pull your right hip back and down, and that should change very quickly. And we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back to center. Crawl forward into your lunge, pick up the back knee, and press through the right big toe, straighten the front leg, finding pyramid. You can either keep your left heel up or walk the back foot in until your foot's planted on the floor, if that feels best for you. As you inhale, find that halfway lift, pull the right hip back, and as you exhale, fold over the leg. You can look at the back foot, make sure the hands are underneath the shoulders so the shoulders can relax. Good. And we are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the front knee a lot. Step that left foot back if you walked it back in. And you're going to walk over to your left and find Prasarita, just a wide-legged forward fold. So heels are slightly in, or heels are slightly out, toes are slightly in. Keeping the legs straight and then fold over. And you can keep the hands right underneath the shoulders, or you can walk them back. But I want you to relax your head and neck wherever you are. Good. Perfect. Good. And we are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find that halfway lift. Walk your hands back over towards the right foot. Plant the hands, downward facing dog. As you inhale, bring your left leg high. Exhale, knee and nose, step through, low lunge, drop to your back knee. Pulling left hip back, right hip forward, reach forward up, crescent moon. As you exhale, pull the hips back, half splits. Toes are tucked or untucked of the back foot. And you can wiggle the foot side to side. Good. And then bring the foot back to center. Keep the toes flexed towards you. Inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, fold over. And if you still need more, bring your right hand down, left arm up. If you're not feeling that, drag that left heel a little bit closer towards you and pull your left hip down and back. Good. You feeling that in your IT band, Jordan? Yeah. It's fun times. Good. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back to center. Crawl forward into your lunge. Pick up your back knee, press through the left big toe, and begin to straighten your front leg. Find pyramid. And you can keep your right heel up or walk the back foot in until it's flat on the floor. Halfway lift as you inhale, and as you exhale, fold over the leg. Relax your neck and your shoulders as best as you can. Good. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the front knee a lot. Readjust the stance if you walk that back foot in. Then you're going to pivot over to your right and fold Prasarita. Again, heels out, toes are slightly in, keeping the legs as straight as it feels comfortable. If you are feeling any tugging in the hamstring, then bend your knees just a little bit. And hands can stay on your shoulders. You can walk them back. Just relax your neck wherever you are. Good. And we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find your halfway lift. Walk your hands over to the left foot. Plant the hands and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Now you have options here. If you do not have the strength right now to lower halfway in the chaturanga, then I want you to drop down to your knees, shift your weight a little bit more forward. Think about pulling your elbows towards your hips. And then you have the option here to find up dog or cobra, whichever one makes you happy. And as you exhale, find your downward facing dog. I'll give you just one decent vinyasa, I guess. Good. Bring your right leg high. As you exhale, draw your knee in towards your nose, shoulders past the wrist, look slightly forward, and step through for lunge. You're keeping the back knee up this time. Pull right hip back, left hip forward, and reach forward up, crescent. Roll the shoulders down. So I don't want you to be upright and find a deep back bend. Instead, I want you to think about anchoring your tailbone towards the floor, keeping that left glute active, and your torso is just slightly hinged forward. So you should feel your core kick in and your lower back should relax a little bit. Good, we're here for 3, 2, 1. From here, find that twist. So it's just like what we did on the floor, but now we're just standing up. From here, right hand reaches down, left arm reaches up. Here for 3, 2, 1. Come back into that neutral position, back into crescent. And then from here, opening up into warrior 2. Pivot the back foot flat. Press to the outer edge of your left foot. Right knee's tracking over towards the second toe. Good. Inhale, reach up, reach back. Good. Here for 3, 2, 1. Find warrior 2. Then you're going to pop up the back heel, find crescent lunge, and plant the hands. Step back, downward facing dog. Other side, left leg high. Exhale, knee and nose, step through, low lunge, drop to the back knee. Inhale, reach up. Remember, hinging slightly forward, so you're not going into that deep lumbar flexion. And twist, left arm back, right arm forward. Good. You're going to find that deeper back bend twist. Left hand down, right arm reaches up. Perfect. Check in with your knees. Good. Here for 3, 2, 1. Find neutral first. Good. Then open up into crescent. Good. And now we're opening up into warrior 2. Pivot the back foot flat. Good. Perfect. Reverse warrior, reach up, reach back. Holding here for 5, make sure you're breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1, warrior 2. Into crescent. Good, pop up the back heel and plant the hands, step back to downward facing dog. Now we'll put that together in just a little vinyasa or a little flow for you. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step through. Inhale, reach forward up, crescent. Exhale, twist. Inhale, find that back bend. Exhale to neutral. Inhale, warrior 2. Or I'm sorry, crescent. Now warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, warrior or crescent. Get it all mixed up. Exhale, twist. Find the back bend. Good. Exhale to neutral. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale to neutral. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to downward facing dog. One more round of that each side. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step through. Root down, inhale, crescent. Exhale, twist. Yeah. Inhale, find that back bend. Exhale to neutral. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior 2. Perfect. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale to crescent. Good. Exhale, plant the hands. So it's a lot of pivoting the feet and find down dog. Last time, last side. Left leg high. Exhale, step through. Root down, crescent. Exhale, twist. Good. Find that back bend as you inhale. Exhale to neutral. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior 2. Good. Inhale, reverse. Warrior 2. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to downward facing dog. Good. And then as you're ready, dropping down into child's pose. Taking a few moments here. Knees can be opened wide. You can also have the knees so they're in line with the hip, or the knees can be together. And your arms can reach forward, they can reach back, whichever one helps your thoracic spine relax, or your upper back, go with that one. Good. And we're here for 3, 2, 1. And from here, we're going to come onto our belly. So we're going to get even more into our hip flexors. And from here, we're going into what I call tipsy frog. I don't know if that's the right name, but it's what we're going to go with today. So knee is in line with the hip. Ankles in line with the knee as best as you can. From here, right arm reaches out, and you're going to rest your ear on your bicep. Now, this is like the weirdest game of Twister ever. So I want you to bend your right knee, take your left hand, and see if you can capture the top of your foot. And if you do have your foot, as you pull on it, I want you to kick the foot back into your hand. So now it's an active stretch. Yep. How's that feel, Jordan? Good. Good. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Gently release the foot. Don't let it slingshot. You're just going to send that right leg back. And again, roll back into the twister and rolling around on the floor. So left hand's in front of you. Thread your right arm underneath you. Good. Now you're going to watch your left hand bring you up and over. We're going to a supine twist. It's just a really fancy way of getting there. And enjoy. So the left leg will just drape over you wherever it feels most comfortable. So you can bring as high or as low as you need to so it feels comfortable on your own lower back. Good. And we're here for 3, 2, 1. There you go. Watch your left hand bring you back and over onto your belly. So we come back to where we started. And then other side. Bend your right knee. Knee in line with hip, ankle in line with knee. Now left arm reaches forward, rest the ear on the bicep. Bend your left knee. Right hand catches the top of your foot. As you pull on this foot, kick it back into your hand. So you don't want this to be a passive stretch because then you're just tugging on your joints. So I want you to kick that foot back into your hand. And we're here for 3, 2, 1, gently release the foot, no slingshots, just send it back. Right hand in front of your face. And now take your left hand, thread it under. Right hand, I know jazz hands, bring your right hand up and over, supine twist. And enjoy as much as you can. So you're just letting gravity do all the work. Good, we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now watch your right hand bring you up and over onto your belly once again. And from here, I want you to just try it, keeping the knees in line with the hips and push back to a variation of child's pose. So you don't always have to have the knees open wide because not everyone's hips are created equal, so it doesn't feel good always to have the knees open. So just try different variations and see what works for your pelvis. Good. And then come up into tabletop. You're gonna cross the ankles, have a seat, and then we'll just find a little bit of pelvic balancing for you since we did some lunges. So when you do asymmetric work, you want to do some symmetric work. So knees are bent, feet are flat. Roll the shoulders down and back, tuck your chin, press the back of your head into the floor. Then you're going to curl the pelvis underneath you and slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, finding bridge. Press through the heels, squeeze your glutes at the top. Good, and then you're going to roll down 1 vertebrae at a time, starting from the upper back to the mid back to the lower back, and then let the pelvis curl or uncurl underneath you. So we're going to do 2 more rounds of that. So curl the pelvis, lift up 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. And once you come to the top, squeeze the glutes, press through your heels. So that reminds your hamstrings that they need to fire later. Good, and then slowly roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. From upper to mid to lower, then relax the pelvis. And 1 more, curl the pelvis underneath you, lift up 1 vertebrae at a time. Good, squeeze the glutes, press through the heels. Good, and slowly lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. And then let the pelvis uncurl underneath you. Good, and from here, bring your knees in towards you. Good, so pull in like you're curling up into a little ball. Keep your lower back on the floor, and then you're going to press the knees away from you, just staying in your range. 2 more, bring the knees in towards your chest. And slowly release. And 1 more, bring the knees in towards your chest. Good, and then gently press away. So now getting the core to re-engage for us. We're going to bring our hands behind our knees. Then you're going to tuck your chin and slowly roll up, finding the variation of boat. And then tuck your chin and slowly roll down. We'll do 2 more like that, and then I'll give you an advanced option. Tuck the chin and slowly roll up. And 1 more, slowly roll down. Good, now tuck your chin and slowly roll up, holding boat. Now if that was way too easy for you, because I know for some of you it will be, you'll straighten your legs and reach for your calves or whatever you can get a hold of. Tuck your chin and slowly roll down, keeping the legs straight. It's all of the core. Now tuck your chin and slowly roll up and see if you can hold that at the top. Good, and 1 more. Tuck the chin, slowly roll down. And slowly roll up. Hold boat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And that's all I have for you guys today. So thank you for joining me, and thank you, Jordan. How do you feel?
Great.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.